Hello, welcome to Embracing Aging. Um, Last week I was talking about things that sort of go south a bit as we age. Our eyelids, chins, boobs, and balls all tend to be a little bit closer to the ground. And in one of the comments, Amber mentioned that her husband said that if he has an injury to his testicles, the pain is more intense and it lasts longer. And she asked, is this a normal part of the aging process? Can men expect to have that response? And I didn't know. I don't have any balls. So I've got no idea really. So I did a bit of research. And also, I didn't have any comments from any men. So didn't have any basis to kind of make any kind of assumptions. And I'm not a medical expert, let me make that clear. I'm just passing on. This is just a conversation with friends that, and I'm trying to find out about it for you. So, what I did find out was that I couldn't find anything definitive about pain, the prevalence of pain and the perception of pain in particular with regard to testicles. And also, can I just say, if you do have any pain in your testicles, go to the doctor. I think that's really important. So, but what I did find out was that our pain threshold can change as we age. And there was a study done by Dr. Joseph Riley at the University of Florida. I'll just read this to you. He sought to determine if older adults are at an increased risk to develop frequent and prolonged pain. Researchers hypothesized that if this was the case, the elderly may be predisposed to chronic pain as well. Interesting. Wasn't a big study. There were they had 8 healthy older adults whose average age was 68 and 9 healthy younger adults whose average age was 21. This is not definitive research, it's a small group. However, they were asked to undergo a test to measure the sensitivity to pain by applying heat or to plunging their feet into cold water and rating their pain on a scale from 1 to 10. It doesn't seem to be a particularly massively scientific approach to that. But it was just the study also examined inflammatory markers in the participants' blood, as past research has shown that elevated inflammatory responses are linked to pain. Okay, so I think that's quite important as well. Basically, after 3 identical sessions, Dr. Riley's team found that older adults perceived pain significantly faster and more intensely than younger adults. They also found that proteins associated with inflammation increased more and stayed in the older participants' bodies longer. These results indicate that not only are older participants more susceptible to pain than younger adults, but the pain is also likely to last longer. So Amber's husband looks like, seems like that is, but it isn't particularly to do with his balls. It's more to do with how our brain processes information. So it says, although the study demonstrates that pain and inflammation occur more quickly and at higher magnitude in older adults, it doesn't determine whether this predisposes them to chronic pain. However, the findings suggest that it is a possibility and they may benefit from taking anti-inflammatories directly following a procedure or injury. I don't necessarily agree with that, just making that clear. But again, talk to your GP. I'm not a medical specialist. So what I did want to say was that in a past life, I was, well, I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a trained hypnotherapist. And I have got a recording, a pain management recording that you might find useful. It's for chronic pain. You know, if you've got like arthritis or something like that, or shoulder pain, back pain, that's, pretty chronic and causing you sleepless nights, I'm quite happy to share that with you. Not free of charge. Just email me. My email address for Embracing Aging is in the About box. So drop me an email. I'm quite happy to share you a link to that recording, which a lot of people have found useful. The other thing I want to talk to you about is droopy bits, is droopy boobs. And what I've noticed myself, because I'm like watching my weight, that posture makes such a huge difference. I just want to show you quickly what a difference it makes by just standing properly. So I'm just going to move the camera. So this is me sideways on, where everything's like relaxed and kind of, you know, like probably when you're sitting down and you're watching TV or whatever. So, okay, but look what happens. If you hold your tummy in, instantly, boobs are a little bit higher. Tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Put your shoulders back. Look what a difference it makes. Like from this, like sort of droopy stance, to this. Just working on your core muscles makes a big difference. So you don't need to, you know what, apart from supportive underwear, you know, work on your posture. Just make sure, always be aware of your posture. Keep your shoulders back, because that will help with neck pain and also lower back pain. I think that, you know, we kind of get into really bad habits with our posture. And that's something I am going to look at, because there's some interesting stuff that you can do. And Pilates is one of them. Pilates and yoga is really good for you being aware of your body. And I'm going to look into some other techniques you can use to improve your posture and try and be more aware of your posture. So that's what I've got for you today. I will have something more. I've got quite a lot of things that I want to talk about. One of them is going to be pain management and other approaches to pain management apart from anti-inflammatories. I'm allergic to them. I can't take them myself. So, you know, I've had to look at other options for pain management. So, but I also want to look at depression, insomnia, weight management, stress management, conflict resolution, memory loss, dementia and Alzheimer's, death and dying. That's a big one for me. And I think it's something that we have to, we encounter more and more as we get older. It's just a fact of life. You know, parents and relatives and friends, just as we're aging, they're aging, and some of them are going to die before we do. And it's something that I feel quite passionate about, is how we deal with death and dying. Dating, and such like. Yeah, so there's a lot of things. So if there's any on that list that you specifically want me to cover sooner rather than later, let me know. And yeah, I look forward to you joining me again. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.